Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Megan Sky Messier and I'm a psychic medium. In this video, I'm going to talk about vulnerability. When I do readings for my clients, they call me up, they schedule the appointment, but they have no idea, if they never went to a psychic or a medium before, they don't have no idea how vulnerable they might be. So I feel like this is my time to be vulnerable to you, because I want everyone to understand that I can relate to you if you lost a loved one. I feel if somebody never really lost a close loved one, they really have no clue, or I should say no depth, into how it really feels. So I just want to share some personal information about myself so you can realize that I do relate with your situations if you lost any loved ones. And this is me being vulnerable. So back in '81, I lost my son. His name was Jesse. I was 9 months pregnant. I had a stillborn. But I had his name all picked out for a long time. He was a stillborn 2 days before my due date. So I carried him to my full term. And that was really, really hard. It was the first time I was pregnant. So it was my first child. And then I did have a miscarriage about 4 years after that. I was 6 weeks pregnant. But I felt like I lost two children. Then in 93 and 94 was really difficult. I mean, they're all difficult, but I lost a lot of loved ones in 93. But 93, but mostly 94. My stepfather, I knew him since I was 5 years old, so to me, he was really my father. So he passed. And the following year, my mother passed of breast cancer. But my sister, she passed first. She was only 42, and she passed away from breast cancer. And my aunt, which is my mother's sister, passed away from cancer. My sister passed away in March of 94, and my aunt, which is my mother's sister, she passed away December 1st of 94, and my mother passed away December 10th, 94. And then my youngest son's father passed away by suicide. So I totally understand how it feels to lose a loved one by suicide. And I lost my grandparents. I lost my uncle from cancer. And I lost a good friend that was my boyfriend for a little while, but he died in a car accident. He was a very sweet young man. I believe he was only 23 back then, or 22, something like that. Actually, it's weird. He came over my house one day, and we were sitting on the couch, and he still lived with his mother, and I was older than him. Actually, I didn't realize how young he was because he acted very mature. I thought he was older. But then when I found out the truth about his age, I felt a little strange about that, because I already had like a 3-year-old. And I was divorced from my 3-year-old's father. So I started dating. Actually, it was my sister that talked me into dating. I was happy just raising my son, but anyways, but I met John, and like I said, he was the sweetest guy. He would have been a great husband. But at that time, I thought I was doing him a favor by breaking up with him, because, like I said, I had a 3-year-old and I was like 31, and then I found out he was only like 22 or something like that, and it just bothered me, because then he was still living with his mom, and I had my own place. I've been on my own since I was 16, so it was just different for me. Yeah, it was a shock. But like I said, anyways, when he came over to my house and talked with me just before he passed away, he says, Megan, I don't have a driving license. I said, what do you mean you don't have a driving license? Which even made me feel like, even more weird. I should have never felt that way. I was so, I don't know. I guess I wasn't too mature. But anyways, I said, why, John? And he said, because I'm scared of dying in a car accident. He goes, Megan, I really feel like I'm gonna die in a car accident. And I said, John, please don't tell me that. I don't want to hear that, please. But he just knew it. He had a funny feeling about it. So, he did pass away. Actually, in another video, I might tell you something else, more on John, and when we talk about spirits and stuff. So anyways, I can really relate. Actually, I have a board here. It's a Ouija board, and I know some of you guys don't like Ouija boards, but my son had it made, homemade for me, when I first started doing readings. And actually, the wood is actually out of Salem, Massachusetts, and this is the Ouija board. And on this side here, I use it to dedicate it to all the souls that I lost, and it says, to the souls who have gone to the light, life goes on. And it's like my mother's name, my sister's, my son's, and my youngest son's father, and then my stepfather. Oh, and then I had a half brother that passed away in a car accident, and actually he was the first one that I ever dealt with a death in the family. I was probably about 16 years old when he passed away. And then my biological father passed away, and then my uncle, and then my grandparents, and then, like I said, my mother's sister, my aunt, and then John, who died. And this is as of June 2007, and I did lose a cousin since then. But anyways, I just want you to know that I do understand, I do relate, and I feel for all of you who lost a loved one. So I would never play games. My mediumship means everything to me, and I love helping people. I love helping with their grieving. I love seeing the awareness of their understanding come over their face. Understanding there's a bigger picture. And yes, it's hard to lose loved ones, that's for sure. And I might even do, my next video might be about that too. We'll see. But anyways, I just wanted to explain you know, the loved ones that I lost. If you like this video so far, could you hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't yet? And remember, it's all free. And share if you're willing to, that would really help. And please leave a comment or a question down in the comment area. Oh, and hit that little bell, because then YouTube will notify you when my next video go up, and I hate to see you miss it. But thank you so much for your time, and I pass the white light forward to you, and please pass it to someone else. God bless. Thank you. Bye-bye.